Hey, what's up again, YouTube? It's Cody here, just with another recap. We had a really nice big day today with a lot of our trades. We actually got to close out the final end of some of these trades. In names like Baba and PayPal, we hit our price objectives, and so this has been a very nice, another big nice day, kind of like last Thursday. Just real huge profits and many names. The market ripped significantly higher today. Went up about 1%. The Nasdaq went up about like 1.4 or so percent. So a lot of tech stocks had some big moves today. And as you can see here, this candle, this is our day. This will be traded up towards 325, which 325 is, from my analysis, a bigger resistance level. So it might be pretty tough to get through this range. Maybe 325 and a quarter or so, and we might briefly break a little, but I mean it's hard for me to tell if we're gonna resist here fully, but I do have a good feeling we will kind of resist here. As far as broadly speaking, we hit a lot of our price objectives and the names we've been talking about throughout all these videos. My first video was on December 12th. I talked about Alibaba, talked about having a long-term breakout towards the 220 level. December 12th was here, so we're around 205 at that point, and we made it to our final objective of 220. I closed the rest of my position. I didn't have a huge position left over, but I closed all the rest of it, so I'm out of BABA. And what we're gonna do is I took a lot of profits today. I locked in a lot of the trades. Just felt like a day to take profits, and so kind of reassess things again. It doesn't mean I'm bearish now on Baba. It just means that I just want to have a little bit of time to reassess. I kind of want to let tomorrow trade out and then do some analysis over the weekend. I probably won't make a video tomorrow, but I will make one based on you know going into next week, and I'll probably do that over sometime over the weekend. After I finish all my analysis. Whenever I'm trading, during market hours, the market, in my opinion, the market's open for the trading opportunities that you already had planned. You don't want to just jump into the market and try to plan all these different things, and that's the way I trade. I use the market time as that, and then I'll spend a little bit of time, in the after hours, sometime after hours, and I'll run my full on analysis, and that way I'm prepared for all these moves. So we hit 220, made really nice profits with Baba the whole way up. Um, I talked about adding a little more if we were to dip down below 210. We never got that. We spiked right up to that 220 area I've been talking about the whole time. And so we hit our objective there, and over time we'll find a new objective or maybe a new dip level to buy and so forth. But we just got to reassess. PayPal, we talked about this one on the 12th as well. So we talked about it here in this candle. So we spiked up, and I talked about re-adding the dip, and reselling the stuff. But I said we could ultimately make a push towards 111. We hit that pretty much right on the dot today, I believe. The high was 111.21, but yeah, we hit 111. So our price objectives, same thing with Baba. We just have to reassess. Doesn't mean I'm not bullish on this setup anymore, but I'm completely out of Baba. I'm completely out of PayPal with what I had left. And so these were great trades. We'll go over Qualcomm. Qualcomm has still been consolidating in this area, flagging up, and I talked about this one doing call spreads here in a smaller size, and and over time exiting your short legged calls out of it, and just flip it into a straight call after the short ones farther out of the money deteriorate some. And then I talked about getting more aggressive towards, if we did get a pullback towards 85. Still hasn't happened, but like I said, this is not the biggest one. And we'll go over Microsoft. I never got to buy this one. I wanted a dip towards below 156 or better, and we got a massive spike up, kind of along with the whole market. I'd still look to add this one if we did get some type of pullback towards 156 to 155. Um, Adobe is another one. I was looking for that push towards 338, and we're getting close to there. I had a small position in this. I closed most of it at 328, like I've been saying in my previous videos. But you know, what I did with this one is I actually closed the rest of this one too, even though we could push a little higher. But you know, it's pretty close, and for where the market's trading and all that, you know, I just felt like it's a good idea to close it. Um, you know, Square, we already talked about how those are basically deteriorated, so I won't really go over Square anymore. They're basically like a total flop. You know, maybe some big giant spike could come out of it, and you know they can come back to life, the options, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem promising. Like I was saying, I should have maybe taken my loss in that. You know, we already exited Boeing, so we won't recap that anymore. You know, I in my previous videos I was talking about Hasbro a lot. We won't recap that. I never bought it because I was trying to buy it on a dip buy. But and then my biggest position, Facebook, which I did sell out of a little bit today, towards the highs of the day. I sold out of a little bit of my position. I still have a big chunk, probably about 70% of it, and you know, for a continued upside, I really like this name, and you know, maybe I'd re-add some of the stuff I sold today on a dip towards 202, but you know, we kind of have to see how the price action acts and everything. Um, our hedge, the hedge position. Obviously, the hedge position, we put it on for 90 cents. It's only worth 30 cents now, so it's down, you know, 66% or so. And but yeah, I mean, the whole purpose of the hedge was to protect ourselves from the long exposure that we had towards the upside. And so, in a way, you want the hedge to lose money. You know, I did kind of think that we would actually get another push lower towards 317. I still think that's possible even from here. Just another dive lower or something. So I still hold on the hedge. Um, you know, kind of protect Facebook, and you know, maybe, and you know, like I said, another thing I would like about a dip is we can maybe get back into a PayPal or a Baba, or definitely get into some Microsoft or something like that. And so yeah, I went over, I think, oh, and AbbVie. I always almost forget about AbbVie. AbbVie is still a nice size position for me, looking for that push towards 93. So I still have, you know, position in AbbVie. I still have a big position in Facebook. I have a position in God, I'm losing my train of thought. Um, yeah, AbbVie. Crap. I want to look, but hang on. Jeez, I should have this stuff a little more prepared. I always hate it when I kind of stutter off like this. I'm sure it's not. Oh, Peloton. That's what I was going to talk about. Peloton had a nice day today. Nice push higher. Went up almost 5% today. We pushed towards 30. I did close about 30%, or a third of my position on it for about $1.60. I got in these for about $1.03. I told you guys the day after I bought it, because like I said in my previous video, I, I don't know why this looks so weird. But like I said in my previous video, I bought it in this range here, and in the previous video we were here. You know, we closed around this level. You know, these were only $1.20 at that point. I sold a third for $1.60, and they continue to push higher. You know, I'm gonna sell some more at probably 31 and a half or so. Hopefully get it around there. I even talked about, you know, you could, if you can get a dip buy opportunity in this range, which you actually could have today. We had a low of about 27.8, and then kind of right back into that range where I bought. So you're able to get in, you know, if you follow along to the videos, and you know, had nice profits here. They're up about 60% so far. You know, I think these could probably go up to 150%. You know, from where I got in about $3. I got the 28.32 call spread for $3. Risk one, make four, as we talked about last video. Talked about how I see a trend change towards certain names like this a little bit, like the IPO style unicorn type companies. Talked about all that, and yeah, so that's it, position wise, and recapped everything. Like I said, we got out of all the BAVA. We hit our price objective. We were at 205. I said to go to 220. We made it. PayPal was like 106, 107. Talked about going to 111. Hit that objective. So really nice profits in both those names. And yeah, so I don't have any new ones. I am starting to look at McDonald's a little bit. Kind of like sort of like a simultaneous type of trade. Wow, actually McDonald's had a nice strong push towards the close, but yeah, and so we're kind of in this channel sort of where we kind of bang up and down, up and down, up and down. So I might look for some type of dip buy opportunity, and I'll update you guys if I do that. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm not fully sure if I want to add it yet. It just depends on some things. It may be if some of the more defensive names start to get stronger or something like that, then I'll definitely look to add this. I'm thinking that's might be what's going to happen next, but you can never be too sure. Like today, this pop today, like I honestly wasn't expecting it. I'm really happy it did because it made big profits today. Facebook didn't go up the most out of all of them, but it's my biggest long, so this went up 2.2% today. We pushed to new 52-week highs. So that was really nice. Closed very powerful, gapped up. We closed basically right on the highs. Straight up move makes this move not even look that big. But yeah, so Facebook up nice profits on it now on the whole position. I have also scalped in and out simultaneously of some, but so far this is paying out very nicely. Like I said, I trimmed a little bit of it today, about 30% of it. And I keep some more, and I'm gonna start selling into like 211, 213, and so forth. And yeah, so and and the market, like I said, it's near a 325 level, big level for the market, and so I do have a feeling we might end up kind of stopping there, and or at least cooling off, consolidating, or maybe have a big pullback. I mean, I think there's still potential for the markets to dip down. So I still like that to keep that hedge on that we have. Even though they're only worth 30 cents, I'll pretty much just let those basically be like a zero or hero type deal where I'll risk the rest of the 30 cents. They go to zero, that's fine, but they have potential. They still have a lot of potential to go back up a lot. Like I said, 317 would be a level to start closing some of that hedge and maybe look to add something like a Microsoft. And yeah, I hope I recapped everything. Sometimes it's hard to remember. I should at least write down some notes or something, I guess. Because I know I have some moments where I just kind of like, all the time. And hopefully that's not too annoying. Hopefully you guys are making some money on these trades, first of all, but second of all, like, just, learning something or, kind of following along, even if you're paper trading them or whatever. Something to help you kind of learn. And yeah, still like Facebook a lot. Even though I'm a little more worried about the market, but it's still I still have the hedge, and if we do get a pullback, it's an opportunity to either add back a little bit of the Facebook I sold today, or add some Microsoft or something like that. Glad we got our price objectives on BAVA and PayPal. Those were really nice trades, and yeah, so I guess that will be the end of this video. And I hope that's everything. But yeah, I'll just uh, think that it is. But that'll be the end of this video. Appreciate you guys watching, and peace out, guys.